everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are doing kind of a second installment of the dolls I recommend for different types of American Girl collectors. I made 3 separate videos talking about dolls I recommend for new, casual, and experienced collectors. The criteria for that was that I had to own the doll and they had to still be available on the American Girl website or in stores. I got a ton of requests to do this type of video for dolls that are retired, and since a good portion of my collection is actually retired, I came up with a lot more dolls than I thought. So this again is most likely going to be a 3-part mini-series. So this, my friends, is Dolls I Recommend for New Collectors Retired Edition. Just the usual disclaimer, this is just my opinion, as I own all of these dolls that I have recommended, so I have seen them in person. I have, given them hairstyles, and I've had them for a long time, so I know these dolls inside and out. But if you have dolls that you would recommend for a new collector, comment those down below. A new collector is someone who either A, wants to start collecting, or B, kind of owns just a few dolls, and they're really not quite sure where to begin. So without further ado, these are in no particular order. Let's kick things off with one of my personal favorites. This is Ivy Ling, and she is a historical best friend doll. She's actually the only Jess mold in the entire historical line, believe it or not, but I did have her as a kid, and I absolutely love my Ivy. She's very, very easy to take care of. So in a large collection like mine, I'm always like, Ivy, you're perfect. Nothing you require, no maintenance at all. Occasionally, she does need a little bit of a brushing, but I mean, what doll doesn't? Another short-haired cutie is historical best friend Nellie O'Malley, and she was actually my 5th doll growing up, and her hair kind of has this cute little, it's in a little bob, and it's very adorable. Mine actually, since I gave her a boil wash, it made her hair go straight, so she actually has a little bit more length. I have seen where you can put her hair in cute little pigtails, so even though her hair is a bit short, you could still do things with it, whereas Ivy's, I haven't really found anything I can really do with Ivy's, but Nellie can give you a little bit more wiggle room when it comes to wanting to do a hairstyle but not wanting a doll with like a super intensely long wig, if that makes sense. I promise these aren't all historical best friends, but here's Emily Bennett. So her hair is the longest out of the 3 we've seen so far, and it does kind of have that little flip up at the end. My Emily, however, obviously I got her all cleaned up from my childhood, and her hair did go flat like Nellie's, which I don't mind at all. I think it's very cute. If you would like a doll like Emily that's quite similar, I do not own Truly Me 65, but I have seen her in person. Her hair is a bit longer, but I feel like it would provide you with like the same, options as Emily. I can put Emily's hair in pigtails, and I haven't tried braids because I'm not good at braiding, but you can do a little bit more with Emily's as well. If you are someone like me who loves to play with your doll's hair, but you don't want to branch out into that curly or textured hair realm, then Kirsten Larson might be for you. So you guys know she is my little baby. I love her so, so much. And I picked this picture because she actually has her hair down. Kirsten comes in braids, and you can leave them as is, or you can take them down. You can do whatever, because once you buy her, she is yours. And I don't remember taking my Kirsten's braids out as a kid, but I know I did, because my Kirsten is actually the worst doll in my collection because of how much I loved her and played with her. And her hair is actually, it's still very soft. It's just extremely thin just because of how much I brushed it. So once you take them out of the braids, you can definitely wash it to make it straight, do whatever you would like, or you can leave it in to have that nice little wave, whatever, it's up to you. But since she does have basically stick straight hair, it's not that difficult to manage, especially if you do leave it in the braids, which kind of leads me into our next doll. So this is Molly. I put a picture of her in her braids because she doesn't actually have a lot where she's not wearing her braids in stock photos. So Molly, it's pretty much the same wig as Kirsten. If memory serves me right, I think Molly's is a little bit shorter. I can't remember, and I don't actually have them on hand to go look at right now, but they're both relatively the same. If the historicals aren't your thing and you want to try the Girl of the Year dolls, I have 4 of them for you. We're going to start with Isabel because she is my absolute favorite. So I actually have 2 Isabel wigs in my collection, and one is on my actual Isabel and the other is on Opal, my custom, Jess mold, and they are perfect. So if you want a doll that has a good amount of hair, but not too much or not too little, and you want to be able to do different hairstyles on it, I recommend the Isabel wig. So obviously I recommend the Isabel doll. I did not get either one of my wigs with the pink extensions, so I can't really comment on those, but this is a very good wig. It allows you to do a lot with it, and although, it doesn't doesn't really require a lot. If these dolls are not treated properly with the love and care that they deserve, the wig can get super messy. But honestly, since I have actually restored an Isabel wig, it wasn't too terrible, but I just gave it a good boil wash and it's absolutely perfect. So you can do a lot with her. She doesn't have like a ton of hair, like I said, and the fact that it is straight, it's endless possibilities. And that leads me into McKenna Brooks here, who McKenna doesn't have a part. And I know Kaylee Hopkins from 2003 doesn't have a part either in the same line, but I can't comment on Kaylee because I've never seen one in person actually. But for my McKenna, I keep her hair like it is in its stock photo here, so you can do a lot of things with it because it doesn't really matter which way each style goes. So if you're someone who really wants to do different styles, but you don't want too much hair, or you don't want to mess with the curls or the waves or anything, then these two are absolutely perfect for you. Jess here comes in braids, but when you take them out, you are met with these beautiful, kinky, curly, waves. And you can either choose to restore those super easily by looking up a tutorial online. That shouldn't be too hard. So that's why I included her, even though her hair is a bit different than a lot of the dolls on this list. Or you can just leave it in the factory braids, no problem, but you can still do a couple different hairstyles on it if you didn't want a doll with hair as long as like Molly, Kirsten, McKenna, or Isabel. Mia is the last girl of the year on this list, and I picked this picture. I do apologize because it's not the best, but see, you can put her hair in pigtails. It looks really cute underneath a hat. You can do a lot of things with it. She obviously comes with the right side of her hair braided. Her wig is very easy to take care of as far as being a medium length wig. It's very nice. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorites to play with, and it's not too bad. Next to Ivy, number 38 might be one of the most sought after dolls on this list, but if you would like the strawberry blonde version of Molly and Kirsten, I definitely recommend her. My Virginia is very easy to take care of, no problems. I've been able to put her hair in a couple different hairstyles that I really like and really think are cute, so she's one of those super versatile ones for those collectors who really love the longer haired dolls. Last doll I have for you today is number 30. So this is just like U30, and in my collection her name is Lilith. I just bought her head on eBay, and I've kind of, she's been a little labor of love. Her hair is a few different lengths. One of my favorite hairstyles to do on her, and I actually don't have any pictures of her in this, is I put most of it in a ponytail, and the front side that just flips up, I leave that hang down, and she looks oh so adorable in it. So her hair is a bit similar to Jess's. I do believe it is a tad bit longer, and it's slightly, you can do a little bit more with it because of that extra length. But I think that she is a really good doll for someone who would like a little bit of hair with some volume. There you have the dolls I recommend for New Collectors Retired Edition. Let me know if there are some dolls that you have that I did not mention that you would think would fit in this category, because I'd absolutely love to know. Keep an eye out for the next video in this series, which will be dolls I recommend for casual collectors, and of course the final one, which will be dolls I recommend for experienced collectors. If you have not already, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, leave a positive and polite comment down below, hit that subscribe button to join the fam, and tap that really cool notification bell so you can know the exact moment I post a new video. Have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody.